What's up, Internet? It's your dumbass Panicos Gaming, and I don't know why, but suddenly this music sounds really loud. It's in the same spot as it was yesterday. There, just a tad bit lower. Anyways, what's up, Jed? So, before we actually get started... Nope, that wasn't what I wanted. So I did actually get a shiny off stream. Once again, I forgot to trim this down, but whatever. I really need to remember to trim these after I record them. Just to, like, not have too much dead space, you know? There we go. Shiny Galarian Ponyta. So, that's been moved over. That was what I was working on off-stream no matter what anyways, so no big deal there. Anyways, we're going to get back into doing a Galarian Slowpoke. Oh, nope, I need you to have another egg. So I need 3 more eggs right now, because I have 2 on me. Be great if you gave me another egg. There we go. But yeah, that Ponyta only took 150 eggs or so. Would I be down to help you evolve this Feebas? Yeah, sure. Just, I guess we have to do it, because yeah, it's trait evolution, right? But yeah, just let me know and we can trade it real quick. I have plenty of stuff in this that I can just send you to get out of the way. You give it the held item, right? Yes. I had actually forgotten that Feebas was a trait evolution. Ugh. Because wasn't there something that you could also evolve it through, like, the beauty stuff or some shit like that? Yeah. Oh, okay. Alright, that's the code. You know what? No one's gonna snipe this in the time that we're... You know what? I'm just gonna... Oh, here's how I can do it. Hold on. Alright. Let's do... Where is it? Where is it? There we go. That should be... You know my trader name. Yeah, it's probably fine. Did that update the, No, that's the preview. Okay, hold on. There we go. And then turn it back on the preview. Okay. What do I need to do for this? Damn it, of course now I can't see that either. There we go. Yeah, I'm not worried about, I guess, to be fair, yeah, you would see the name, so you wouldn't do it. But yeah, I was concerned about, like, you accidentally sending it to someone else. Yeah, I guess you're right. That's really not an issue, because we know what the trainer names are. Oh, you know what? I can turn this back on. Turn that back off. And do some writing in the meantime. I hope I entered it correctly. Oh, actually, maybe I shouldn't write. I don't know if this is gonna fuck with it or not. Oh, I know what I did. God damn it. Alright, hold on. Turning this off again. I'm in local mode, not the mode I need to be in. Okay. Turn on the internet. I was wondering why I wasn't doing anything. Oh, nope. That was definitely not what I wanted. Stop it. I accidentally did, like, there's just the normal trading thing. You got this Feebass after 110 eggs? Nice. Yeah, Ponyta went really well. So, that was nice. I should be able to transition back. Turn off studio mode. Okay. God damn it. I was hoping I could, like, move more than one step, but I forgot that this is a thing that can happen. But, Lapras is going to be your next hunt? Nice. Yeah, I'm probably going to start working on Grookey next. Well... just make sure you're on the internet, right, also? Okay, you are searching. I just saw your message. Okay, let me... I'm not gonna turn it off again. I can't be bothered. Okay, we're in internet. Set link code. Pretty sure I entered that correctly. I really wonder if there's something about the internet that I have here that, like, does not like trading Pokemon. Because I had the same, doing mystery trades, I had the same issue where, like, I could never find a partner. Or it'd be very rare. I wonder if it's something to do with that. And I would turn on the VPN, but since I'm already streaming, that won't really work. Okay, Jay, tell you what, we will try this some other time. I will definitely help you do this, but it's not going to cooperate right now, so I don't want to mess around with it too much. Or I can start writing, I guess, and maybe it'll go through. But, also, we've hatched 2 eggs. No problem. Hey, what's up, Tutti Frutti? Welcome back. I thought I recognized your name from following before. Yeah, that's weird that it's like an issue. If you want to keep like trying to search for the trade, it's fine, because I'm going to leave it up for a little bit. But... That would explain why you've had, like, plenty of luck with mystery trades. And I haven't, like... I've had issues with that. I'm playing Pokemon Tube. I'm trying to complete Legends Arceus. Nice. Yeah, Legends Arceus was a fun completion. Minus, like, a couple of the, not like a couple. Specifically, like, Landorus and Co. Those all kind of sucked a lot. It's too quiet in my house, so it's nice. So looking to have some noise. Yeah, I get you. I hear that. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Never mind. I said I was going to turn on the VPN, but the VPN won't help because the VPN is on my computer, not the Switch. Alright, let's put these away. See, I did end up clearing out the Ponyta that I had since I got the shiny. And I did clear out some of the Fion and BDSP as well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out something with this internet, because clearly it's, like, not an issue with, like, there not being people doing mystery trades. Because that's what I thought it was at first. I was just like, oh yeah, the game's kind of old. You know, so it's... You know, there's just not as many people trying to trade stuff, but... When you, when Jed mentioned earlier that he was doing a lot of mystery trades, I was like, that's weird. So yeah, it's definitely gotta be an internet issue. Because I've had issues with, other games as well, a little bit. Something I can try is I can try and run my my Switch through my phone, like hotspot. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. Because there's not really much point in doing that if it's never gonna work. Alright, how many eggs am I at? Finally happy you can move Pokemon around so you can use Sword Shinies in other games. Yeah. Yeah, it's been nice to finally be able to move all the Legends Arceus Shinies into home. And the BDSP Shinies. I did have a few of those as well. That was 5, right? Yeah, my concern with my, with using my phone hotspot is I've done that before for the, online competitions. When I wanted to get the, Galarian, legendary birds. And I still had trouble connecting with that. Like, it wouldn't be consistent enough. So, like, it would drop while I was searching for a match or something. Because with that, also, I had issues where I, like, couldn't, whatchamacallit? I couldn't, like, find people to match with. It would tell me there's no one else right now. Please try again later. And it's like, this is an online competition for a shiny. So, like, I'm pretty sure there's... Or you get a shiny just for participating. So, like, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people playing. Lapras isn't in DA, right? You mean LA? Like Legends Arceus? Because no, it's not in that case. Well, otherwise I don't know what you mean. Dynamax Adventures. That's a good question, actually. I think it is. I think G-Max Lapras is in Dynamax Adventures. that was the third one. Or maybe I'm overcounting again. Nope, that was right. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember for sure, but I want to say I've seen Lapras in Dynamax Adventures. Haven't played Sword in a minute. Yeah, I hadn't really touched Sword much after Legends Arceus came out. And even once Home updated, the first thing I did was... oh, well, actually, I guess there was a wild area event for Shelter. But then other than that, I hopped right into breeding for Shiny Fiona. Got so many Zoroarks and raids when they had the event for it. Yeah, I definitely got mine. I still need to eventually get a Zorua. Because I have Zoroark, and then I have Hisuian Zoroark and Zorua, but I don't have like the normal Zorua. I actually did start breeding for it at one point. Up here I got a couple, I guess like basically one box of them. But I don't think I'll be picking that one back up for a little while I try and get as many Galar Pokemon as I can. Where do you counter Zorua and Arceus? In the Icelands, there's the Hisuian Zorua. So I got them through the mass outbreaks. Because this was before I updated to the massive mass outbreaks update. That kind of broke the old shiny hunting method for mass outbreaks. Damn, kind of far from it. Yeah, it's definitely a late game one. I assume the massive mass outbreak stuff doesn't start until after you beat the game. I assume that's the case. Because if it is with the massive mass outbreaks, it can actually spawn in those in the field lands. In fact, it's actually part of like the storyline for that. It's a post-game type thing. Yeah, I thought so. So yeah, I think you have to get to the Icelands before you can possibly hunt for it. I actually don't know where it spawns normally. Because I only know where the spawn was for the outbreaks. Keep misspelling stuff. Don't worry, man. I know what you meant. You got a shiny Sandshrew from Home Wonder Trading. I'm assuming that's a Alolan Sandshrew from Pokemon Go then. Or actually, was the event? I think the event was for both normal and Alolan, wasn't it? No, a normal one. That's green. Okay. Yeah, I think... Yeah, no, the event was for normal and Alolan. Okay. I forgot for a second that it wasn't just the Alolan forms. You love Alolan Sandshrew? I definitely like it more than the base Sandshrew. Well, actually, I don't know. Sandshrew's alright. I definitely like Alolan Sandslash more than the Kanto one. I do wish it's the Alolan form's shinies was a little bit more distinct. I don't necessarily like the green for the Kanto one, but the Alolan one just gets like more blue, and it's not like it's easy to tell if you know what you're looking for, but like it's not very obvious otherwise. Which reminds me, I think there's a an event in Pokemon Go next week, or a community day for Dino, however you say it. The one that eventually becomes Hydreigon. So I'm gonna try and play a bit of that. We'll see how successful I am, because since they ruined the incense, it's been a lot more difficult to get shinies in the calm days. It's on Saturday, good to know. Yeah, the moment they, like, made the incense borderline useless, I've not been able to care at all about Pokemon Go. You and your bud are gonna shiny hunt that so hard. Yeah, definitely if you have, like, the full 3 hours, you'll probably be fine, but, like, if you don't... Well, that was another thing also. They made it 3 hours instead of 6 hours. So how do you farm those? Do they just keep spawning? Yeah, basically, during the community days, pretty much only the featured Pokemon is going to spawn. Sometimes some other stuff will spawn, but it's almost all whatever it is. And then the strat used to be just, you know, during the event, just pop a incense. And it went from pretty much just Sandshrew spawning to, like, also the incense was pretty much just spawning Sandshrew. Or, you know, whatever the featured Pokemon was. But they changed incense, so instead of spawning a Pokemon once a minute, it spawns a Pokemon once every 5 minutes. And, you know, a 80% reduction in the amount of Pokemon that you see during the event means you don't end up seeing very many shinies. There are some, like, things they added that, like, in theory help. Like, if enough people catch Pokemon near a Pokestop with a lure on it, then it, like, increases the number of Pokemon that it spawns or some shit during those events. I want to say it's something like that, but it's just, like... It's just stupid. Especially if you don't, like, live in a city, those community days basically became worthless. Because, you know, if there's not many people around you playing, you're not going to be able to take advantage of the new mechanic. When you walk, it helps out the incense, doesn't it? That is true, but, like... I don't think that always used to be a thing. I think that was another thing. It's like, yeah, you know, if you want to, like, make the incense work better, just walk more. But it's like... Or we can just, like, not be stupid. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's so dumb. Again, it was an 80% reduction in the effectiveness of the incense. So, for those who can't walk, it sucks. Well, and also, it's, like, now conflicting, too, because it's like, well, there's the bonus for if a bunch of people are catching from a lure. But then also you have to be walking around, so you're not going to be able to stick around by a Pokestop. Like, it's... I don't know. It's one of many changes that Niantic has been making over, like, the past year that just, like, have pissed off pretty much everybody. Or I should... Sorry, let me take it back. Has pissed off pretty much everybody on Reddit, which doesn't mean shit, but... Or it doesn't necessarily mean shit, but, like... I have not seen anyone who's like, yeah, I'm so glad they made these changes. No, like, I've not seen anyone happy about it. And then they had the thing with their Pokemon Go Fest or whatever, where apparently it was, like, incredibly broken and, like, Pokemon constantly despawning before you would have a chance to catch them and shit, and then it was, yeah, shit like that. And then at the end of it, it's like, they put out a message saying, thanks for a great Go Fest. And it's like, guys, it didn't fucking work at all. What are you talking about? So, yeah, I don't know. And now with me starting to get into Counterside, I'm just like, my fucks to give about Pokemon Go are at an all-time low. Actually, that's not true. I'm going to keep it installed, but it's, they are very low. It's not like when, after like the first month of it where, you know, I think a lot of people dropped it because it was like, oh, it wasn't the hot thing anymore. There's been a few times where you've had an afternoon walk to play Pokemon Go and Shiny Articuno, but ever since haven't walked. Yeah, that was another thing. Then this was like this change happened a number of years ago. But when they, it used to be that when you would complete the, what was it? You had to do like 7, daily research or whatever, and then you get the reward at the end of it. And it used to be those would always be legendary Pokemon. And then, for some reason, first they changed it to, I think it was like Flower Crown Eevee, and it was for like 3 months, and everyone was like, what the fuck? What are you guys doing here? And then... yeah, but like everyone was kind of like, well, okay, this is weird, but like it's an event thing, so like surely they're gonna bring back the legendaries, right? Right? No, they never did. And now it's just like basic ass Pokemon that you get in it. Like it's always like some featured Pokemon, but it's like there's nothing necessarily special about it. And it's just like, cool, okay, this is stupid now. Lapras seems like it's taking more steps than Phoebus. Probably. It wouldn't surprise me if I have no idea what either of their step rates are, but it wouldn't surprise me that Lapras is considerably higher. Yeah, I think Pokemon Go is going to become I check like once a day at night before I go to bed, just to see if anything around me is shiny. And then maybe I'll care about community days. I think this one coming up might be the like make or break for those for me though. The other thing is like, I guess to be fair, this one coming up, because like with the Alolan Geodude, I really cared about that because currently that was the only way for me to get shiny Alolan Geodude. There was the there is a way in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but like that's not going to be fun. Not just not fun, but it's not going to be pleasant to do. It's because it's just doing the in-game trades over and over again. So basically, I could only get the Alolan Geodude in Pokemon Go currently, because I'm not going to load up the 3DS to shiny hunt. So like that one I cared about, but like with Hydreigon and like the, you know, the lower evolutions, it's like, well, I can just breed that some other time and I don't have to worry about trying to get shinies to appear in Pokemon Go. I don't have to worry about doing it in the specific time frame that they want. Yeah, it's like they changed the length of the events. So they're 3 hours instead of 6 now. They made the incense very significantly diminished. They changed the remote raid passes to be more expensive for some reason. Well, so far they've only changed the triple pack, because it used to be, I think, $250 for the 3-pack, and then they changed it to $300, but a single one costs $100, so why would you ever bother to buy the $300? Like, you're not saving anything? And the theory is that sometime in the next couple of months, they're also going to increase the price on that to, like, $125 or $150. I should clarify, that's the coins in-game. The Pokecoins or whatever. But it's like, they just keep on changing stuff that, like, it makes the game worse. So, like, yeah, I don't know. It was nice when it lasted while I enjoyed it, but like I'm just not going to be able to stick with it anymore, I don't think. I'll just check it like once a day for random shinies, and honestly, well, I might not even do that much, to be honest. I might just actually like only open the day if it's a community day that I actually like need to care about. They're suckers for money, but that is a pretty bad move. Yeah, it's just like obviously I get they're trying to, you know, make money on the game, but also even before this, they've been consistently one of the top earning games on the app stores. So like you're clearly making a good amount of money, you know. And it's not like, you know, stuff like the incense helps them make more money, you know. People getting less shinies doesn't help you make more money. It just means less of them are going to be playing during the events. And if people are playing less, then they're going to be spending less. Just, you know, you're not using as many Pokeballs and lures and incense and shit, so you're not going to be needing to buy them. Or you're just going to stop playing the game entirely, like I'm kind of getting close to. And so it's just like, you know, if they're not playing the game at all, they're not monetizable. So, you know, it's 10k steps for Lapras. Ugh. Yeah, like this is very anecdotally, right? But like I feel like I'm a pretty good example of exactly what they have caused themselves, is that right before they did the update to the incense, I was like, you know, I've had a few eggs, or a bunch of eggs, pretty much full inventory on the eggs, and I was like, at some point here, I'm probably just going to buy one of the bundles that has a bunch of incubators in it, just so I can, like, clear out my inventory a little bit. Because it was a bunch of, like, you know, 5 and 10k eggs, not like the 2ks. So I was, like, about to, you know, spend 20 bucks. Or not, well, probably 20 bucks, but the bundle itself isn't 20. I would have been overspending a little bit. But, then they changed the incense, and I went, okay, cool, I'm not giving you guys any of my money now. So, and I can't imagine I'm the only person that did that. I do need to, like, dig in to try and find how many Pokemon there are that I can't get in any of the Switch games currently. It kind of doesn't matter, because again, I'm just going to be focusing on Pokemon that are in, or that were new in Sword and Shield until the new games come out. And then at that point, I'll have to reevaluate anyways, but I know it's, I mean, anything in the first 4 gens I can get, you know. So it's just the stuff in gens 5, 6, and 7. I know there's more than a few that I can't get, because I'm, you know, everything in the first 4 gens is in BDSP, so that's like, not that I want to shiny hunt in BDSP, because breeding in that game is significantly slower. I do think most of my, how slow it felt was because just it had been so long since I had done an egg hunt. And then I hopped right into a 10k, which is, you know, one of the worst ones to do. Or not even one of the worst, it pretty much is the worst. I don't think there's anything that has a step rate higher than a 10k. Or the 1020, or 10,240 or whatever it is. But like, if I don't have a choice, then I can still, you know, I can do it there. We'll see. I hope, even though this is probably bad to be hoping for this, but I hope they, every Pokemon that hasn't been in a Switch game yet, so that being the Let's Go games, Sword and Shield, BDSP, and Legends Arceus, if it hasn't been in one of those, I hope that gets, like, significant priority with Game Freak for getting those ones into the game first, and then worry about the other stuff later. Besides just, like, the new Pokemon anyways. Because, I mean, there's some stuff that, like, we haven't seen in multiple generations, pretty much. Like, Skidoo and Go-Goat are, I was actually just saw this the other day. I didn't realize how, like, unseen they are. The only games that they've been native to have been X and Y, and they only spawn in one route, and it's only like a 10% spawn rate. So, like, it's actually extremely easy to never see them. So it's like one of the most forgettable Pokemon, because that's been the only game they've been native to. You could transfer them into Sun and Moon, but you couldn't act like they didn't spawn natively in it. So unless you already had one, then you weren't gonna, you know, get another. But yeah, like that, or Furfrou. Also, I didn't realize that in Pokemon Go, some of the Furfrou forms are region exclusive. God, why do they keep doing that shit? That's like the most annoying shit they could have possibly done with Pokemon Go, is the region exclusive shit. And specifically, I don't mean like, oh, you know, this Pokemon spawns more often in the mountains and this Pokemon spawns more often near the ocean. I'm talking like stuff like, I believe Farfetch'd only spawns in Japan. And she's like, fuck you. Fuck you. Like, what? Like, why? Like, again, that doesn't help them make money with it in any way. It just, like... And I don't even mind them doing, like, you know, higher spawn rates in different countries or whatever, but, like... Yeah, I don't know. Oh, my God. Oh, go away. God, I hate how long this, like, takes to get out of. I'm checking on Cerebi, but it's not saying Lapras is in Dynamax Adventures. Huh, okay. I must have been wrong then. Just hold on 1 second. Once Firefox decides to work. You are correct. It does not show it, huh? I was convinced... Convinced that I had seen, Lapras in a Dynamax Adventure. I see why they do it with wild legendaries, which are Azelf, Uxie, and the other one. But everything else, it sucks. You can't get them. I didn't even realize there were any legendaries in the wild. I've never seen those 3 in Pokemon Go. I don't think, anyways. Maybe I have. I don't remember it, though. Yeah, it's like super annoying that some of the Furfrou are locked to like certain regions. Especially because if you try and trade on Pokemon Home right now, that's all there is Furfrou that people are looking for. Or mostly anyways. Because there's a bunch of, everyone's trying to, like, get all the different forms, but there's not really an easy way to do that. And hopefully, since they made it so that when you transfer from Pokemon Home to, from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Home, Furfrou keeps its form. Because it used to be in Gen 6, when you transfer into Pokemon Bank, it would get rid of the form. It would just default back to normal. So they changed that with Pokemon Go. So hopefully, if we do see Furfrou again, we will, alright, if we see it again Gen 9 anyways, we'll be able to, like, keep the forms on it. Azel spawns in the Americas and others in different areas, but only one of them spawns per day. Like, in the entire game, only one spawns per day? That would explain why I haven't seen them. Yeah, like, I figured it'd be something, rare like that, but one per day across the, like, entire Americas? What the fuck? Only one of each spawns per day, so you have to be extremely lucky. Jesus Christ. Boy, it's gonna really suck when they introduce Masterwork Research for those. It's better to raid them. Okay, so you can get them in raids at least. That's not too bad. I mean, it's not great because they're not always available in raids, but still. I was doing Dynamax adventures today and accidentally spammed B and the scientist didn't save my Suicune. Ooh, yep, I've done that. I did that pretty early on, actually, when I was working on Suicune. Don't know why I started running towards the bridge when I still don't have a full inventory. Why doesn't it just say? Makes no sense. You're forgetting this game's developed by Game Freak, so that's all the logic you need right there. Raids are better because they always have decent IVs. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess the point is they didn't want you to be able to save, like, all of the routes for the different Pokemon in Dynamax Adventures, so they wanted you to only have 3. But, yeah, it's really stupid that it's, like, set up that way. You can fill up half a box before this Lapras hatches, yeah. 10k is... Most of my complaint with Fion, I think, was just because it was a 10k egg, but it is absolutely longer to breed in BDSP than Sword and Shield. Unfortunately, I probably won't have fantastic luck with this Slowpoke and, like, get it tonight. I think that might have been the second one to hatch, actually. It was. But yeah, since I got that that Galarian Ponyta in under 150 eggs, I think it was like 148 or something. Because it, I wasn't actually keeping track, but that was just like about how many eggs I had, I think. It was like, it was between 145 and 150, I know that much. I have Kyurem as another hunt, though, so I'll be doing those until I get another Suicune or Rayquaza. Yeah, Shiny Rayquaza is so good, Tootie. That's, like... That was one that right when Dynamax Adventures came out, I specifically hunted for that. And it went pretty well. You know, it wasn't too bad. I think I got it in under odds. And then I tried to do, keep on wanting to saying Celesteela, but that wasn't it. The Crescent thing in Gen 4 that's opposite of Darkrai. I cannot remember the name of it right now for some reason. But I tried a Cresselia, there we go. Don't know why I couldn't remember that. Yeah, I tried to do that for a while. Had very bad luck with it. And then at one point I was like, well, because this was before I was like really concerned with like doing a shiny dex. I just wanted Cresselia because I thought the shiny looked cool. So I was like, well, you know what, let me go do some other Dynamax Adventures, just like break it up a little bit. So went and did Necrozma next, and I had no intention of getting Necrozma shiny because Necrozma shiny is not good. I mean, it's not puke green, but it goes from black to like dark blue. It's not a very interesting shiny at all. And of course, because I didn't want to get it shiny, I got it shiny on the first try. I mean, I wasn't even like, trying at all. I was clearing it just so I could catch it and have it. And then it was shiny, and I went, okay, cool. So I just did like 120 or like 100. It was over 100 encounters with Cresselia and didn't get the shiny, and then immediately got the one that I didn't want. All right, I guess we're done shiny hunting. And so that's when I went through and just caught all of the legendaries and Dynamax Adventures. Also got another, that was another thing, I got a shiny Giratina, but I already had a shiny Giratina. So, it's just like, and those were the two that I got, and it's just like, alright, cool. But I kind of wish I hadn't done that, just because... Because I didn't care about, trying to do a shiny dex at the time, it didn't matter to me. But, like, now that I am trying to do that, it's like, oh, I wish I would have just, like, stuck to it a little bit. And not, like, just went through and caught them all. As it makes it more difficult now, because now I have to... Maybe a way to actually bullshit. So I was going to say, I pretty much have to, buy a Nintendo Online subscription for my second profile, so that way I can like do those online, just to, like, make some of them not so bad. But I might be able to do it in my copy of Sword that I have in Japanese, or specifically it's a downloaded copy of the game, and I just set the language to Japanese when I started it. But that seems like it would suck just because I don't know how to read Japanese. I just kind of bullshitted my way through the game because I'd already played through it a couple of times. And then I got up to the point where I could hunt for Dittos, and that was about all I cared about. But so trying to go through and do, like, Dynamax Adventures when you can't read any Japanese is probably going to be a problem. Fortunately, at least the typings have, like, emblems on them, or, like, symbols, so you don't have to be able to read it, you just have to be able to recognize what the, what the symbol means. But, like, stuff like the items that you can pick up, or Or just even navigating the menus at all, that's going to be a disaster. Giratina is my favorite Pokemon, but sadly don't have in my original trainer name. Well, Giratina is in Legends Arceus, so it won't... The trainer ID won't match, but you can, you'll at least get it with the correct trainer name. Unfortunately, you can't shiny hunt it in, Legends Arceus, because all the legendaries are shiny locked, but... Which, like... God, I wish shiny locking would go away. You have a normal one, but not a shiny one. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, Giratina is a really good shiny. I really like that one. But yeah, that was one that I got using the DNS exploit for the Gen 5 games to basically just you can kind of like abuse an exploit so you can access the Pokemon that were in events even though the events are over. And like one of the some of the events were for shiny versions of Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. So that's how I got that. And then I got another one in Dynamax Adventures. Is it possible to get shiny Eternatus? No. Eternatus is shiny locked. And it has not been available in a event yet. So any of the legendaries that were introduced in Gen 5, other than Zacian and Zamazenta, and I guess the Galarian forms of the Kanto birds, or the Kanto legendary birds, none of those other legendaries have been available as shiny yet. And those ones that I mentioned were only available as part of events. Does the shiny exist? I mean, it is in the game files, I believe. Because we do know, I think, what it looks like if you check on Cerebi. But it doesn't exist in that there is exactly 0 legitimate versions of it. Or examples of it, I should say. So if anyone has a shiny Eternatus, it's hacked 100% of the time. I don't remember what it looks like at all, because again, since it's not actually been available, I've not cared about what the shiny is. The only shiny locked Pokemon that I cared about what the shiny was a Galarian Zapdos, just because it looks like a fucking Chocobo. The blue just turns red. Shiny is pinkish. Okay. Makes sense. I was upset when you couldn't rename the Zapdos that you get from that event, the Galarian Zapdos, because I was absolutely going to name it Boko after the Chocobo in Final Fantasy Tactics, but you couldn't rename it, so get fucked me. Hopefully in the future at some point we'll be able to just like catch those. Maybe if there's like a Dynamax Adventures equivalent in Gen 9. I do find it funny that currently I have more shiny legendary Galarian forms than shiny regular Pokemon. Because I have all 3 of the birds, but I only have Galarian Meowth and Galarian Ponyta. Did I hatch all things? No, okay. I was like... was wondering, because I rode for a while there and didn't hatch anything. I was like, did I already hatch them all and I just wasn't paying attention because I was talking? No, it was taking a while. So I'm only going to be going up to 250 today for eggs, just because I'm tired as hell. I started late, and well, that's pretty much it, actually. You're gonna head out with the host? Okay, thank you, man. I appreciate you tuning in, and thank you in advance for the host. I did figure out why I thought I had my alert settings to only show hosts and raids with at least 2 people. I wasn't sure why that one time I had one pop up. That was it was either a host or a raid for one person. But what it was that I forgot that, right, those are 2 separate things. You can host or you can also raid. And so I had changed the rating, but I hadn't changed the hosting, so that would explain it. Yeah, I kind of got fucked with my work today, and I'm gonna get really fucked tomorrow. Both for the same reason, that my boss seems to have issues making a schedule and not fucking it up every single damn time. Love the dude to death, but goddamn, he cannot figure out how to do a schedule. The biggest thing is he never ever seems to pay attention to the time off request stuff, despite the fact that we literally have an email for it. So you just send the request to the email, and then in theory you're supposed to check that. But yeah, tonight one of the people that was supposed to close the store was not there because they had already said that they couldn't work that day, or today. And so I ended up being stuck there late because we were down a person. And then tomorrow, the same exact fucking thing is happening. Except that I'm one of the people closing, so I'm basically closing alone. So yeah, definitely 100% no stream tomorrow. It was pretty unlikely anyways, because that's just how the Monday streams are, but definitely not tomorrow. Because I don't think I'm going to be getting out of work until 11 p.m. Maybe 10:30 if I'm lucky. I'm actually not sure if we're going to be busy or not tomorrow because of the holiday. Because I feel like a lot of people probably forgot that there was going to be a holiday this weekend until the last second, so they didn't make any plans or anything. But I don't really know if that's going to make us busier or slower, because there's not going to be people leaving, out of town, or as many people out of town, and probably not as many people doing any parties or anything like that. But also just being more people just home because they have the day off. Who knows what's gonna happen. But either way, I'm not looking forward to it. Especially because, again, I'm already tired today. Because I just didn't sleep very well, so I'm gonna be probably more tired tomorrow. Or more tired than I would normally be anyways. But yeah, we'll get up to 250. That should put us around 40% odds, I think. Or 40% odds of having seen at least one shiny. Be real dope if I get this early. Or earlier than that, though. For the record, if I do get it right now, for instance, I'm not going to do any Registeel. I'm just going to log off for the night. I think I only got 4 hours of sleep last night. And then I just could not fall back asleep, so it was just alright, fuck it, I'm just going to get out of bed. So hopefully tonight I just pass out as soon as I lay down, but we'll see what happens. I just yawned like this Slowpoke. There was another Pokemon with the aura thing on it that I didn't get to check. Just take some melatonin. Melatonin doesn't really work for me. Honestly, to be honest, I usually just take an edible. That usually does the trick. But I forgot to go get edibles before this weekend, and I haven't felt like going to deal with that during the weekend, because I imagine they're probably going to be busy with other people who forgot to go get them during the week. But, yeah, melatonin just, like, it just doesn't do anything for me. Or when it does do something, what it does is it makes me super drowsy the next day. But yeah, the big thing is I just need something to shut my brain the fuck off for like an hour even, just long enough to fall asleep. And just, yeah, melatonin has not worked to do that. Or, so, I think I forget what the strength of the pills I was doing was. I think it was 50 milligram. It was either 50 or 100. Like, it's supposed to be like, you know, high strength type stuff. And I would take one of those and it would do nothing. Or maybe I would feel like the slightest bit more tired, but it wouldn't be enough for me to fall asleep. Yeah, I'd do that a bunch. Again, sometimes I would end up waking up drowsy. I think that was probably just because I still wasn't getting enough sleep. But then one time I was like, okay, fuck it. I'm just going to try taking 2 of these and see what happens. And I fell asleep reasonably fast, which was nice. And so I took them around like 11 p.m. I was asleep within like, certainly not more than an hour, probably more like half an hour. But we'll say, you know, midnight, just to make the math here a little bit easier. Woke up around 9 a.m. Or at least that was when like I got out of bed. I don't remember if I might have woken up a little bit before that. But, you know, like 9 hours of rest. Pretty damn good, right? I know I slept for at least 8. And it wasn't until 1 p.m. that day where I wasn't so drowsy that I thought it was even safe to drive. Like, I was unable to even, like, try to keep my eyes open. It was bad. And again, that was, like, long after I'd woken up, fucking like 13, 14 hours actually at that point after I had taken it, the melatonin. So it worked a little too well. Yeah. Like, I would have loved to have, you know, the falling asleep part of it without the being unable to stay awake until like 14 hours later. Yeah, when I took 2, it, you know, it did get me to sleep, but it was so debilitating that I was like, okay, I can't do this shit. And ever since then, I've just not touched the shit, because again, it never really worked before that, so it just wasn't worth the trouble. Yeah, honestly, weed works really, really well. I just take like one of the 10 milligram gummies, and I sleep through pretty well. But like even last night, honestly, usually the problem is like falling asleep. Last night the problem wasn't even falling asleep. I just like I couldn't fall back asleep after I woke up. But yeah, I will definitely be going to the dispensary tomorrow before work. Fortunately, it's a legal state, so I don't have to worry about it. So yeah, you're getting 10 done before I get 5 eggs hatched. That makes sense. Yeah, because this does have half the step rate of Lapras. But also there's like the boost that you get from when an egg hatches. I forget exactly how it boosts it, but it does make the other eggs hatch faster as well. So it makes sense that I'd be able to do 10 faster than you can do 5, because it's the effect kind of ends up snowballing. But yeah, based on yesterday, I mean the hatch rate is definitely better in this than BDSP, though. Just hope you can get the shiny under 100 eggs. Also only need 1, which is great. Yeah, that's the nice thing about the, or I guess can be the nice thing about the, Pokemon with only 1 stage in their evolution line, is you just need the 1 shiny and then you're done with that evolution line. But on the flip side of that, with, like with this Slowpoke, being that it has, you know, Slowpoke and Slowbro and Slowking, you can knock out 3 Pokemon without ever taking it out of the daycare. And you don't have to worry about, like, swapping out Pokemon when you're breeding for IVs and stuff like that as well. Was that the last one? No, 1 more. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I should see what Pokemon in the that are new with Galar have a 10k step rate, because there aren't very many like that usually. It's typically just like pseudo legendaries and stuff like that. So like Dreepy or Tyranitar, just the stuff like that. I know there's some exceptions, like Lapras, but most stuff I think is 5k, and then some spawn or breed really fast, like Muna, however you say it. I know that one's like a 3k step rate. I only know that one because I was looking it up for looking into other stuff before I decided I was gonna like commit to the Galar Pokemon, because it's one of 2 boxes I have right now that don't have a single shiny in them anywhere, at least for the national decks anyways. So I was gonna go through and get that one, and then the other one I was gonna try and find Cobalion, but since I'm committing to this, I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do Grookey next off stream. Because the thing is, I want to try and do like every evolution line at least once on stream. So like after this, so for on stream stuff, after this Slowpoke, I'm gonna move on to probably Ponyta. Actually, I'll probably go and just do that to wrap that one up. But then, like, I'll wait to come back to this Slowpoke until I don't really have anything else left to do. But I do want to try and, like, breed the non-Galarian forms, but the ones that are new Pokemon. So like, you know, Grookey, or stuff like that. I want to try and work on those off stream, but once we get closer to the releases, if I still need to knock some stuff out, then I'll start going back to those. I only did Ponyta because I hadn't decided to like only be doing this stuff on stream, or to be committing to all doing this stuff on stream. Like, again, just the Galar Pokemon. Because I was, you know, obviously I was going to be breeding for shinies, but I was going to be mixing it up a little bit more. So I had actually started that one off stream already, and then I went, oh, I guess I should probably just finish it then. Fortunately, it went pretty fast. That reminds me, I need to add that one to my list of Pokemon that I've bred. Because, like, I have a list with most of the Pokemon that I've bred for shinies. At least the ones since I've started shiny hunting. So I need to add that one to the list with how many eggs it took. Because that's the other thing that I save with those Pokemon, and the number of eggs. Just as, like, a way to keep a record, I guess. Granted, I don't remember exactly what the number was, but it was about 150, so I'll just put that. Also, I used to keep a list of, like, what Pokedexes I've completed. So, like, the Let's Go Eevee Dex and the Galar Dex and stuff like that. And, like, when the DLC came out for these games and whatnot. But I've kind of fallen off on that. I think just because there's a big gap in between, whenever I had done the previous one and when I did Legends Arceus. And the other thing is, like, I don't know if I actually had, like, thought of, or if I was actually, like, committed to doing a national dex at that point. In fact, I know I wasn't, because I was doing that because I didn't expect to ever, like, really have a national dex. Granted, I guess technically I still don't, because some of the Pokemon are not legitimate, but I mean, I say some, it's 4 Pokemon. It's Genesect, Jesus. But yeah, Genesect, Diancie, Volcanion, and I forget who the other one is off the top of my head. But there's one more, it's Mythic. And it's just, you know, it's not something I've had any opportunity to get yet, so I can actually pull it up real quick. Yeah, let me pull it. Oh, Marshadow, there it is, okay. I did not remember what the last one was. I don't think I counted that one, did I? Oh, I did. Huh. But yeah, I mean, now that I basically have a national dex, like, I kind of don't care when I completed the little Pokedexes, to be honest. Like, I think I might still keep the pictures from them. These things, even though this one is not really that interesting at all. I liked this one. And, like, even that one's more interesting. Oh, did I not take the picture for Isle of Armor? Interesting. Whoops. Oh, well. I think I can always go back and review that again, though. I do need to do that for Was there one for Legends Arceus? I don't remember. I also don't remember if there was one for Pokemon Quest, because technically I think Pokemon Quest was the first Pokedex that I completed. Maybe Let's Go Pikachu, I don't remember. Can I breed a Ditto with another Ditto? No. You can never, like, get a Ditto from an egg. Otherwise, I would not even be, like, thinking about doing a Poke-Radar chaining again to get one. To get a shiny Ditto, that is. Bro, why Game Freak? Well, I think the point is, it's like... Actually, I don't know why. Ditto's a very unique Pokemon, though, so it isn't that surprising. But I assume, outside of, like, any lore reason, I assume the reason nowadays is to just not make it too easy to breed competitive Pokemon. So you have to put, like, a little bit of effort into getting a good Ditto, or just breeding a lot until you get something with good stats. Don't throw lore at me why I can't breed Ditto. The game story is a literal joke. You're not wrong. Kingdom Hearts story makes more sense. Well, the biggest thing with the Kingdom Hearts story is it's spread over like 38,000 different fucking games. And those games are spread across 38,000 different platforms as well. Because, like, the original Chain of Memories was on GBA. There was a mobile game, like, early into or possibly even before iPhone was a thing. I'm trying to remember. No, iPhone was a thing, but it wasn't very big yet, that's for sure. And then, like, the 3DS game, the PSP game, at least one game? Possibly two? No, I think it's just Birth by Sleep. But yeah, that story is all over the fucking place. That is definitely one that you need to read read like a wiki for. I actually love the PSP. PSP was great. I had one, and then it got stolen at school, which was great. And I actually well, not somewhere. I know where it is. It's in my storage unit, and it almost certainly doesn't work anymore. But I have a PS Vita, which, like, I didn't hate it. I thought the PS Vita was all right. The only the biggest thing that sucked about it was, like, rear touchpads. Or not even touchpads, there's one, like, touch screen on the back. Now the problem is the games that, like, tried to make use of that for any sort of mechanic or feature didn't understand, and neither did Sony when they made it, that's where your hands are going to naturally want to rest a lot of the time. And so, and even when you're using, like, the kind of like the pads where, you know, there are supposed to be safe zones to not be, like, touching the pad or the touch screen, like, you would still end up rubbing it a little bit, and it just, like, I remember trying to play Oddworld Stranger's Wrath, and I would just be, like, trying to, like, do combat or run around or something, and I would constantly just be, like, punching over and over again, because you would touch the rear touchpad to punch, or to melee, basically. And it's just like, cool, this isn't annoying at all. But yeah, the Vita was, like, I enjoyed it. And yeah, the PSP was great. Especially for its time. Like, obviously now it's not, you know, nothing stellar. But, you know, it's also been probably almost, like, 2 decades since that thing came out. Has it been that long? Maybe not that long. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. And the fact that it was so easy to basically jailbreak so you could run like emulators and shit on it was also really cool. Kind of like I don't remember if it was super easy or as easy as this example I'm gonna give, but I know the Xbox Series S is actually like one of the greatest emulation machines ever made, because you can just like, it's extremely easy to load custom software onto the 1S, or not the 1S, sorry, the Series S. Like, apparently it started as like a dev feature, which makes sense. But now you don't even need like a dev account to do that. You can just load custom stuff. I think you can just straight up load Windows onto it or something like that. And then from there, it's just, you can just go crazy. I forget exactly what it is, but yeah, anytime you can like easily run emulators on a console or a handheld is always great. I remember playing the Simpsons game all the time on it. Would that have been the Simpsons Hit and Run or the Simpsons movie game? I remember playing Simpsons Hit and Run on the PS2. Actually, I remember playing both of those games on the PS2. And I didn't learn until much later that the PS2 version of the Simpsons movie, the game or whatever, was like way cut down from the PS3 version. Like, there was a whole like open world section to it and stuff and all this, but like the PS2 version, I assume the PSP version as well, it was just like, it was just missions. There was no open world component to it. You did mean the movie game? I gotcha. I really liked the movie game. I played Simpsons Hit and Run for a little bit. The thing was, at the time, I didn't actually have a memory card for my PS2, and so I couldn't save, so I never got very far into it. But the movie game, I got near to the end, I think. And then I got to like the DDR section against God, which, that sounds like a insane fever dream, but it was a thing. But yeah, like me and my friend just like, we could not get past that section, and so I just stopped playing it, because like, okay, guess I won't beat it. Same, the amount of times I tried to beat Rayman in one sitting, never got it done. Yeah. I remember also another one. Need for Speed Underground 2 was another one that I did that with. Because it's like I kind of had a PS2. I think it was actually my stepmom's PS2. But like, you know, she wasn't necessarily using it all the time, and so she, you know, that didn't matter. But I guess, I don't remember why we didn't have a memory card for it for a while. But yeah, so there was a while where I had it might have been, honestly, Simpsons Hit and Run, because I think it was through Gamefly, actually. Yeah, I think I might have had a Hit and Run and Underground 2. And yeah, I would like get through like the first couple of chapters of Underground 2, and then I would be like, oh, I have to turn the game off. Yeah, dude, I loved Underground 2. I actually, a while later after that, I ended up actually getting it as a birthday gift. Actually, I think it was the same time when I got my Xbox 360 as well, which was a little unfortunate. But, yeah, I played the fuck out of that game. And Underground 1. Underground 1 was a ton of fun. It wasn't as good as Underground 2, obviously, because this is when sequels were generally better than their predecessor. Whereas nowadays it's kind of a crapshoot. Yeah, Underground 2 was great. All of the, like, customization that had no point. Like, all the, like, interior stuff that you could do with, like, the radios or the stereo systems and whatnot. That had 0 point outside of, like, giving you style points for when you did like the magazine shoots or whatever. And the fucking, you could put spinners on the fucking cars. Remember that was a fucking thing for a hot minute? Fucking rims with spinners. That was hot shit for like all of 5 seconds, and the entire automotive world moved on. I don't think I've seen spinners in like a decade and a half. In fact, I think I've only seen them once in real life. Back when they made games for fun, with passion, and not with a deadline and being a literal job slave. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of that at the time, because it was like trying to capitalize on the Fast and Furious movies. But like, you know, it's like at the time they still wanted to make good games because they understood that good games sell copies. Whereas now it's just, you know, EA Sports Game number 8693, this time with even more microtransactions. And people just get addicted to the gambling aspect of it. But anyways, that's going back into yesterday's discussions. Yeah, dude, I miss those old Need for Speed games. Not like the super old ones, because those were a little bit before my time, like the original Hot Pursuit and stuff like that. But yeah, like Underground 2, Most Wanted. I never liked Most Wanted as much as some people, because I just found the cop chases to be, after like the first few times you do it, the cop chases were just annoying to me. And then I never really played many of the ones after that in that era. I played Undercover, and that game was literally just a copy paste of Most Wanted. But it had like the what was it, the auto sculpt or whatever, where you could actually like, you can change the size of some of the features on customization parts. So like if the front bumper had fog lights on it, you could change the size of those, or you could change the like the size of vents or stuff, or the spokes on the wheels or stuff like that. But I think that came in either Carbon or Pro Street was when that was introduced. But I didn't play either of those two games, so that was like, Undercover was the first time that I got to experience that. And then after that, we had the god-awful fucking era of Need for Speed, where there was virtually no fucking customization. Hey, remember when they had another Need for Speed Most Wanted game that had literally nothing to do with the original, except there was like a blacklist, and that was fucking it. It was literally just Burnout Paradise 2, but for some reason they called it Need for Speed Most Wanted. And literally the entirety of the customization in that was, you would drive through a gas station to repair your car. Not like a pay and spray like in GTA. Like, you would just drive past the pumps, and it would randomly change the color of your fucking car. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here, guys? This is awful. Like, why? And yeah, that I did not like that era of Need for Speed games. What was it? The second Most Wanted game that has nothing to do with the first. The Need for Speed The Run. Oh god, that game was fucking garbage. I had that for my 360, and it just like 360? Maybe I had it on PS3. It might have been on PS3. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Same era. But I remember that there would be times where you would, you know, because the game's supposed to be basically a cannonball run, but you spent more time doing quick time events than actually fucking racing. But there would be times in that where, like, you would, like, not even, just the ever so slightest millimeter of your tire would touch the dirt on the side of the road, and it would auto crash you. It's like, what the fuck, man? And again, no customization whatsoever, because for some reason they thought people didn't want to customize. And no, let me take it back. It's not they thought that people didn't want to customize their cars. It's that EA fucking sucks, and they just, like, it cost more than 3 pennies to make that feature, so they said get lost with it. And it was only once they drove the fucking franchise into the ground that they realized, oh, hey, right, maybe we should, like, keep doing the thing that, like, people actually play racing games for. You know, making their own cool-ass car. Unless it's, like, a sim, that's, like, a racing sim, that is. Like, that's what... God damn it, what am I doing? That's, like, what people play racing games for. Yeah, and then the reboot, the 2015 game, Need for Speed, was, it was good. I didn't really like the physics, but, like, I loved that they added all the customization. I never played Payback because it looked like it was just desperately trying to rip off, the Crew, which was sad because the Crew wasn't that good. It was okay. I mean, I enjoyed the Crew for what it was, but, like, it could have done so many things so much better. And then I actually not that long ago played... Actually, I guess it's been a year at this point, but I played a Need for Speed Heat, which... That game was all of 3 seconds long, but... Or at least the story was, but, like, the customization was good. I enjoyed it for the most part. The higher performance, like... Or when you get up to, like, the higher performance cars, the physics really... You notice how bad the physics are, but... like, I enjoyed it. And again, the customization was great. I wish fucking Forza... I don't know if Gran Turismo is doing this yet, but I wish Forza would add fucking window decals. I don't know why, like, they haven't done that yet. But also, the fucking aesthetic of Need for Speed Heat was fantastic. They nailed, like, the 80s, like... kind of vaporwavy movie aesthetic so fucking well. I'm saying 80s, maybe I'm a little bit off of that, but like it's a very specific aesthetic and they nailed it. Like it is fantastic. Like the graphic animations, like when it's like, you know, after the race and it's showing like what your earnings were and stuff like that. Like there's so much with that they did so well. And it's like the one racing game that might not actually be better in 60 FPS. It's like might be one of the few examples of any game actually where 30 FPS might be okay, just because of the lower frame rate actually kind of did help the aesthetic. To be clear, I haven't tried it in 60 FPS, so it might work just fine with normal amounts, but like it did feel like, at least playing it in 30 FPS, because I played it on my Xbox, that it did add to the aesthetic. Especially with like animations for like the HUD and stuff like that. Yeah, I would kill for a remastered Underground 2. I understand why it won't ever happen, because licensing the cars again might not be too bad, but like all of the other stuff you have to license with that, it would just be a nightmare, which is an absolute shame. But yeah, if we could ever get like an Underground 1 and Underground 2 remastered, oh, that's all I would do, would play those two games for like 2 months. Yeah, like, I miss that whole, like, era of car culture. I understand that, like, a lot of that stuff was really stupid. Like, the crazy amounts of, like, interior shit that people did, and, you know, most of the cars really weren't that good, to be honest. The 90s and the early 2000s was not really a great era for cars. But, like, God, it was just... Granted, actually, I say that, though, but then some of the most iconic cars ever, like the R34 Skyline, came from that era, so maybe I shouldn't say that. But I mean, like, shit like the second-gen Eclipse. You know, second-gen Eclipse is a piece of shit. you know. The first gen was cool because it was all-wheel drive. It performed all right. But then the second and the later generations were just front-wheel drive, and they weren't good cars. I think the description that I saw for them being hairdresser cars seems pretty apt. But, like, just how, like, personalized all the cars were was just so great. Like, a majority of them, you would look at and be like, I would never do that to my car. But, like, it was they were still, like, you know, they were still cool, you know? At least to, you know, me as being a, you know, kid growing up in that era. It's just, like, all the crazy shit with them. It's like, oh, this is so cool. I feel like a lot of that has been lost, because there's definitely a lot of, like, the right way to do it now. And, like, people don't go as crazy with, like, the graphics and stuff. Hey, what's up, Isaiah? Welcome to the stream. We're just working on breeding Galarian Slowpoke, hoping to get a shiny, while I rant about old Need for Speed games. Now you might be asking yourself, what do those have to do with each other? Absolutely nothing, it's just that conversation came up, and I just went with it. Because, God, I love those old games. Yeah, I kind of hate that, like, nowadays, if you're trying to do, like, any of those old style of, like, the graphics on the outside of the car and stuff, people would just, like, absolutely mock you for it, which is like, fuck off. It's my fucking car, you know? I hate that there is, like, somewhat, you know, it just feels like, I don't know. People just embrace the doing the crazier shit back then. That had, like, no purpose other than just for doing it. Currently playing through Pokemon Sword for, like, the 4th time. Nice. I've done 2 playthroughs of Sword and, like, 1.5 playthroughs of Shield. Because I played through Sword, played through Shield, and then, like, a year later, I actually reset that save on Shield. So that way I could start it again in Japanese. That way I could get some foreign dittos. And then about a year ago I played through, maybe not quite a year, like 9 months ago, I played through Sword on stream again. Or I should say played through Sword again on stream. Because that was when I started streaming. Haven't even chosen your starter yet. Oh, nice. So you're just starting out. Which starter are you going to pick? God, I really hope the starters in Gen 9 aren't like... don't all turn into bipedal furries again. It's like, God, please, please don't let the grass cat stand up. For the love of God, Game Freak. Don't think it matters because you won't be using it in the long run. Already have a team planned out. Oh, nice. Are you going for any sort of, like, specific theme, or are you just whatever you like, pretty much? Maybe if I end up playing through Shield again before Gen 9 comes out. I don't know if I will, just because I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough time to between shiny hunting. I think I might actually try and do a playthrough with just EVs. Or EVs and the evolutions. I feel like that could be a fun playthrough. Just like breed some EVs before I start the playthrough. And then just play through with them and evolve them as I can and stuff. I don't even know which ones I would pick. Absolutely Sylveon. Sylveon would be a requirement. But I don't know what else I would go with. Probably Umbreon, Espeon, Jolteon, Vaporeon, and probably whatever, like, of the remaining ones is going to be best for coverage. No theme, I just want each Pokemon to be dual typed, and for each type on each Pokemon to be unique. Ah, gotcha. It's a good way to do it. Make sure you have, like, good coverage of as much as possible. And you can, like, always be hitting for stab. Bidoof is my favorite EV evolution. Right now I'm thinking Chandelure, Dracovish, Hawlucha, Whimsicott, Weevil, and Excadrill. Yeah, most of those are pretty good Pokemon too. I mean, Excadrill and Dracovish are both pretty damn good. Whimsicott, I know, is good in VGC. I don't know how good it would be in a singles mode, just because it's fantastic as like a trickster support. But yeah, that seems like a good team. Should be a fun playthrough. Alright, we got a few more here. Unfortunately, I am going to be wrapping up in a few minutes. I was only aiming for 250, because I am tired. Very tired, in fact. It's a good round number to end up on anyways. If Whimsicott doesn't work out, I'll always have Mo-Rotom. It's a good idea, yeah. If Mo-Rotom doesn't work out, I got Roserade. Ooh, I love Roserade. I don't know why, because I don't think I ever really cared about Roserade. But ever since I, like, realized that its shiny has, like, black and purple, roses, I was like, oh, I love this thing. And since then, like, even the normal version I've just fallen in love with. Alright, well, no shiny today. Well, minus the one that I got off stream with my Ponyta, but... Oh, and I did look into it, so I was wondering the other day if you can get marks or ribbons, or marks specifically, from breeding, and you can't, which is too bad. Roserade is one of the best Pokemon for Sword and Shield. Yeah, it's pretty damn good. Reminds me of flower breeding in Animal Crossing, the shiny Roserade. Yeah. Yeah. Because, yeah, especially the black. But yeah, I love Roserade. I don't know what I would do for, like, a pre-planned team for Sword and Shield. Again, besides, like, if I did, like, an EV team. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up there. 250 eggs, we still don't have it. Well, 100 today. But yeah, I mean, we're getting up there. We'll get it probably in a couple more streams here. Well, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm gonna be... I won't stream tomorrow, because there's... Even when I try to stream on Mondays, which really doesn't work very well, there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to tomorrow. I'm going to be at work way too late. So either Tuesday or Wednesday I'll be streaming. And I try to stream for like 9 p.m. to midnight when I do stream. That's Mountain Standard Time. So like right now it's 11:30, so just do the adjustment from there. But yeah, so Tuesday or Wednesday I'll do a stream. Maybe both, but unlikely. Thursday will probably almost certainly not be a stream, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we'll be streaming on all of those. I think the Tuesday or the Wednesday stream is going to be Legends Arceus. I'm going to be working on getting some more shinies in that, hopefully. Just hunting through mass outbreaks, trying to clean up some of the stuff that I still have left. 2 hours behind you, believe. Gotcha. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday will just be more breeding. So we'll pick up on Friday with Slowpoke, and if we get that, then we'll move on to probably do Ponyta, because I got the one off stream, but now I'm going to do another on stream, so that way I can have Ponyta and Rapidash. My goal is to try and have at least every Galarian form shiny before the new games come out, which I think is a very, very reasonable goal. Very doable. Like, if I don't do that, I'll be surprised. And then as many of the, like, new Galar Pokemon as possible. So, like, the starters, Squovit, Wooloo, even though I already have that shiny, but just as an example. That I don't think I'm going to be able to do. It's a lot of stuff that I still need to get. And some of it, like the fossil Pokemon, is, like, very unlikely. But yeah, that's kind of the schedule for the upcoming week. You can subscribe to me on YouTube. I do post all my VODs there. I'm a little bit behind with those. I'm very bad about being consistent with those. But I did upload a bunch more today. Tomorrow I actually have 2 highlights going live from actually the last Legends Arceus hunt. Very actually convenient timing. I'm doing it's the highlights for Pachirisu and what the fuck was the other one? Chatot. There we go. And then also the like my 4th Budew highlight will be on Tuesday as well. God damn it, that even when I was trying to avoid Budew, I still got another shiny fucking Budew. It's like my 4th or 5th one that I got in Legends Arceus. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it as always, and I'll see you guys next time.